this is just genuinely terrible that this is even happening. Like, even in the community. So basically, there is a few things where people are getting terrorized. And Red Galaxy has a video about this whole situation.
Well, remember when I said that I hope that the Slash video will be my last streamer video of the year? Well, nope. Sadly not. Today I'll be covering an issue that has been going on for quite a while and is a threat to every ranker using Discord. And the one responsible for this issue is none other than ActSex. It all began on the eventful day of 28th of January when ActSex randomly added NCD and AngelLine for no reason to a group chat, where, according to NCD, he was grouped by 3 to 4 CrownSec members, including some guy named Fanta with "Hey cutie," and tried to gain leverage over him by threatening him with, "Oh, the UTTP is trying to dox you."
Oh, hell no. I honestly haven't looked through any of this ever at all. And I just saw it from the community post, so the one I just showed you at the beginning of the video. What is even happening here? It says, what does it mean if I don't join them? They'll ox me. NCD and Eggman K-Pel look. Alright. Where the hell is AngelLine?
If you don't remember, back then we had some UTTP kids trying to dox members across the NCS community.
Oh yeah, that was just insanity. I'm not a Discord user, so I'm out of this conversation, but why on earth do these idiotic kids with no loving family think this is a good idea?
Although they were unsuccessful to the surprise of no one. Funny thing is, these fuckers are no better than UTTP themselves. They force innocent people to work under them by threatening to leak their info. In fact, what if I told you ActSex knows deep down that he messed up and knows what he's doing is wrong? But funny thing is, he has no escape. He walked himself into this.
Oh, so this isn't the video, this isn't my camera glitching, it's Red Galaxy 5's, like, gameplay actually doing that. So, if you're wondering why there's a bunch of, like, glitches, a bunch of, like, frame rate drops, that's the video. No disrespect to Red Galaxy 5, but it's pretty glitchy on the gameplay, so there it is. Sorry, that I had to point that out.
Trapped by joining the raiding clan, and he knows if he leaves it, they'll leak all of his RL info. How are they gonna get his RL info, you ask? He himself said in our group chat that they can get people's RL info, including their neighbor's home address, even if they don't use Discord.
Oh, hell no. What on earth is wrong with this guy? Like, does he even... No, what are we doing, man? This guy was a song stealer and then became a threat to the community. Just want to say these guys cannot hack you without initiating something. So be aware of suspicious links and websites that'll steal your cookie. Yeah, be careful with all of this. I know this is going to be original for. Oh my god, Chemical really. Oh, he was on other record labels. Alright, next part.
Using some sort of this stupid ass tools. And ActSex, ladies and gentlemen, betrayed his own friends, who protected him from a doxer 2 days before this incident, to become a CrownSec slave. And NCD, after leaving the group chat, immediately confronted him in DMs, to which his ignorant ass said that he did this for us. For us? For us? You literally made the choice to become their slave by yourself. None of us even knew what CrownSec is or asked you for any kind of help. They also planned raids on VNF as much as we disliked the place for obvious reasons. Anyways, on that day we removed ActSex from our group chat and cut ties with him.
Bro, it's so bad that he even betrayed his own friends. How much of a piece of human garbage do you have to be to even do this? What is wrong with you? Did parents throw you out when you were a kid? What's wrong with this guy?
After which he made some sort of farewell in my DMs. Although he went on to make a fool out of himself just 2 months later. He had beef with Pomona.
What do these messages say? Sorry, mate. Although you're my brother since 3 years, I may have to distance you. I messed up.
Well, in my DMs.
Extent of the friendship. I gotta move my little record thing. Oh, it's in the corner now. I guess the extent of the friendship and unity we had at NCS community burnt up in an instant because all my fault. I'm not blaming y'all. This feels like the fakest thing I've ever had to see. I have to remove the captions for now because look at this. I'm not blaming y'all. Sorry to say, but after seeing everything, no one thinking, I see that jump out here. Okay, cancel the collab on my end. Okay, I'm gonna lie, I said earlier, sounds kind of rich.
So he went on to make a fool out of himself just 2 months later. He had beef with Pomona, a song stealer who even tried to get onto NCS with a stolen song. Nope, I'm not trying to defend the song stealing, but what he did is worse than that. Just wait. And their arguments escalated so much.
We did not need an Paul Atrocity clone at all.
Sex even sent her an email saying that he'd make her vanish into oblivion or something like that. Which is a death threat. Again,
fry you into oblivion is a death threat. That is. What is wrong with these people? I'm not sure if these are grown I'm pretty sure these are teenagers over the age of like 14 or 15. You guys are way too old to be acting like this.
Don't support song stealing, but sending a death threat instead of just going in with logic and just copyright claiming or striking the thief. It's just as bad. It's truly ironic how XX himself stole song as her Electromagnesia. Like, the drops of his Candyland remix are just mellowed up drops taken from a tutorial. And My Only Hope was stolen too. I think Solemn was the reason why the stolen version wasn't even released. Thanks. Now some of you might say, well, you sided with XX against Pomona. You aren't innocent yourself. Now I'm going to say that that indeed is true. I'm not innocent myself. The blinded dingus I was really overlooked some serious things I've caught up multiple times. Death threats, for example. But treat the song stealing as it was the end of the world. Here, I'm just gonna apologize. Like, I'm really sorry for any trouble I caused. Like, this fighting fire with fire logic again. I swear, like the worst bit. This went on from October 2025 till January 2026.
God damn, why did it gotta be that long of a time? Also, Red Galaxy, you're all good, brother. I honestly don't know what the hell even happened there, so I wouldn't know about this. But what I've heard is just a more absolute slop of drama been happening. What is happening with the community now? It's been months since I've heard anything bad here.
Like 5 months or something. 4, 5, I don't know. Like Pomona just wanted to coexist in peace, and XX just terrorized her. And the blinded E I was at the time didn't care. But that was resolved later. XX was banned from the JMS server, and JMS entirely, and his song A Flaw on the Grass was deleted off the label.
Alright, that was crazy. A flaw on the grass.
Well done. Well, let's talk about another thing he did, or like another one of his scummy actions. Well, that's doxing, or at the very least, abusing a system to get someone's RL info. Let's take a look at what happened. During sometime in December last year or in early January this year, XX sent strikes to NCSX's channel on the upload of the song My Only Hope by him and Solemn. Now I'm not gonna debate whether the strike was valid or not, but one thing we'll reveal is we never instructed him to go through with the strike or support his actions.
I'm not sure what I've heard about NCS Extras. I think there might have been some stuff where he's gotten into a bunch of things And well, he's like I heard he's a pretty divided member in this community. I don't know much about him.
Go with it. In fact, when he asked if he should give a strike to NCS Extras or not, NCD himself said not to, and instead suggested asking Axex
Isn't NCD they them?
to ask to private the track instead. But that aside, what Axex did next was take the URL info, which YouTube requires you to submit when you make or dispute a copyright claim of NCS Extras provided in the email, and post it in the server. Now, as much as we hate the guy, using his URL info and address for any harmful means is 100% not okay and just a disgusting thing to do.
Obviously, that's never okay when you're trying to dox someone, because even if you hate the person that much, you shouldn't dox them. I can't believe I have to say this in 2026, because common sense is not common anymore. But yeah, this is just disgusting that this even has to get to this point.
And like, I know some generational haters of ours. Oh boy, with some of them. Very dedicated haters, by the way. Like RG, Crystalline, or Wits Experimental are gonna make claims like, oh, LCD did the exact same thing. Or, oh, you didn't call it out earlier. Well, here's what I'm gonna say. NCD didn't do the exact same thing, you dumbasses. Like, he set the IRL name of Quipo, which Quipo gave to him as a server nickname, for a day back in April last year. Which, like, yeah, a whole year ago. And at least he apologized for it in the Google Docs and never did such a thing again. Unlike someone who gave doxing threats and boasts about it.
Oh, so that's what happened.
To this day, RG man. And someone who joined a doxing committee on its own will like Axex.
It's time to move on and cut ties with the NCS community and regularly. It was a good time, but some things have to come to an end by the NCS community. I hate it when these people are just trying to, like, not give directions about this. Just admit that you were a dumbass.
And, like, the reason why we didn't call him out earlier was just because we made no call-out posts on this guy to begin with. Like, since January, when he first left the community, because we were scared what this client would do to us. And also because he left a peaceful parting message in my DMs before he left. Only if we knew how big of a snake he was going to be. So we didn't want additional trouble with him. Plus, we were on good terms with neither NCS nor VNF. So we obviously had no reason to take such a massive risk for either of them. But like, at the end, we finally became targets. And here we are now. He left the NCS committee and joined CrownSec. And they raided CoGames server, Risha's server, Paderborn's server.
You cannot disrespect co-games like that. What is wrong with you guys? Risha's server? Bruh. The ranker is great. It's all the rankers I support. Like, what is going on, man?
Tap server, Dirt server, RTX Dashi server, and Rigel's server. I've witnessed the raids of Risha's and Tap server, and they're probably the worst ones, I'm sure. Like,
Bro, Risha's probably the biggest target in the whole community. Why do they always hate on him? And also, what I notice is most of the female rankers are big targets with a lot of the weird comments. And it just shows another issue. Females get sexualized anytime. It's bad.
Risha server, they spam gifts of stickers, death threats, and sexist and racist.
Oh, hell nah. Of course, I mean, why am I not surprised? It's Discord. There's bound to be a bunch of racial slurs. And a bunch of swastikas.
And lights. Meanwhile, on Taps, RTX, and Rigel's server, it was awful, awful gore. I'm not...
Ooh. I'm so glad you had to censor that. I never want to even imagine that. Trust me, you do not want to see that image uncensored.
Lying when I say that I saw gifs of a living cat's belly getting cut open with a cleaver and Ronnie Mc not doing the suit slide. I'm obviously not going to put uncensored screenshots because otherwise I'll be cancelled myself for spreading images of you know what. And YouTube would snipe me down as well. Each time that we raided, they also drop a dogs thread. Worst bit, RTX Dashi is 12 years old.
Nah. That's diabolical. Why? Why do they think that's a... Bro, that kid's younger than me.
And she's already getting exposed to literal gore because of this raid.
Oh, it's a girl too. Oh no.
Like, it's so messed up. Like, it's not like these servers are the only ones to be raided. Like the JMS server was raided.
Okay, I could see now. I could see why you apologize for this.
Well,
Ray Galaxy.
And RTX Dashi server wasn't even raided once. It was raided 3 times to the point that it was deleted.
The fact that Discord even allows gore to be posted on there is disgusting.
Like, now some of you might think, these are actions on Macronsic. What did Axex do there? Well, all the servers that were raided were either made by people who had something to do with him, or was previously in them. On top of that, he doesn't really seem to know about the shit this raiding server is sending in the raids. Or it's just a huge asshole. Part of me thinks it's the latter, because, like, just look at...
Alright, let's see these messages. So, does she mean real trauma? Whoa. Wait, I got traumatized by a server. Ah. Oh my god. If I ever end up opening Discord and that's the first thing I see, I am never opening Discord ever again. As if I even will end up doing it, because they're doing the stupidest updates, like doing age verifications. Parents should be the one monitoring.
this.
Idiotic parents.
First, basically getting tons of minors to see literal gore, and then mocking them for being traumatized about that. That's insane.
Oh, so a kid that young should not be seeing gore that much. I mean, sure, there is some in video games, but Call of Duty gore is not that bad compared to, like, the actual gore that exists. The most gory thing I saw was Call of Duty, like, basically getting headshots and blood splattering. That's the only thing that I've seen there. But I cannot imagine what I would ever see here.
And, like, how much of a disgusting human being do you have to be? Like, and if you didn't see it yet from the message, he's a mod on the server. How
He's a mod? No.
did he fall off? And, like, to conclude, he really went from a relatively well-respected artist and person overall to a doxer, a member of a raiding committee, and just an absolute rodent of a human being, basically. So much so that I don't even believe that he's human. Like, all jokes aside, this is super cruel. And all of this made me drop out of my call-up with him. Can't Stop Loving You, because I don't like being associated with such a disgusting person. Funny enough is that, like, all he let me do was a pet, and that's all. True story.
What the hell? Let me go back to that.
Because I don't like being associated with such a disgusting person. Funny enough is that, like, all he let me do was a pet, and that's all. True story.
That melody's super familiar. I just simply know the contribution of this. Oh my god. Terror Drop stolen well.
And, like, what can you do as a person or label who signed it? Keep in mind that this is purely optional and doesn't have to be done, but it's rather recommended to be. I won't chop your half up if you don't. Like, jokes aside, what you can do is block him off your socials or your channel, if you have either of them, that is. Stop signing his music and maybe going as far as removing them from the label. Marble Records already did that with Can't Stop Loving You. Co-Creates also removed the NCS fanmates of the song fanmade. Like, it's simply because they don't want to support and be associated with a mod of a rating server and a doxer and ex-song stealer.
That is just disgusting that it even gets to the point of this. Like, what kind of person do you have to be to start doxing minors? RTX Dashi, she's 12 years old, and she has to be subjected to gore. And it's just sad that Isn't she like in 7th grade or something like that? She is still in middle school. That is disgusting. Wow. I'm at a loss for words, everybody. I just don't know what the hell propels anybody to do this. I'm so glad that idiot is banned off of every label. I mean, you didn't do everything like that. He did basically have people like that had something to do with him send a bunch of gore. If you're in the Discord server and you're thinking, if you have Discord and you're thinking about going to the server and getting the IP for this one, uh, don't. Just don't. Save your brain and save your soul. Save your soul from that. Don't ever be subjected to that. I haven't seen the uncensored images, and if I do, I will throw up, and I will never recover from that. So, yeah, Red Galaxy. Since you didn't know this guy was such a piece of human garbage, you're okay. I also didn't know this was even happening, so sorry if this feels a bit rushed. And also, RTX Dashi, um, I hope you're recovering from that. And I'm sorry you had to get subjected to that absolute disgusting things that they've actually sent you. It's just like, why? Why am I in this community? Why, should I leave this community? Alright, that's the end of that. Goodbye, everybody.